When booking in a detainee 18 years and over that has been arrested for a trigger offence or a non-trigger offence, and a drug test needs to be undertaken under Section 63B of Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, this should be prioritised to give the best indication of whether Class A drugs have been used, and to provide a better opportunity to enable a required assessment with a drug worker where a positive result is obtained. But you must follow these steps before a sample can be taken. 1. A DT4 monitoring form must be completed at the initial booking stage. 2. The detainee must be told of their rights before the drug test, including the right to legal advice before the test is carried out. 3. The custody sergeant must decide whether there is reasonable cause not to require taking a sample under Section 63B. 4. If there is no such good cause, a sample must be requested. 5. We have a duty to discuss whether a person is tested with the arrest referral team. They have access to their own case management system, which could contain further information on the detainee. 6. Once a decision has been made that the detainee will be drug tested, a DT1 form will be completed by a custody sergeant. 7. The detainee will be requested to provide a sample of saliva, and an oral warning given that failure to provide a sample of saliva without good cause could result on summary conviction to imprisonment, a fine, or both. When a detainee has been arrested for a non-trigger offence, the procedure is slightly different. An officer has to decide if there are grounds to suspect Class A drug misuse by the individual caused or contributed to the offence. This decision doesn't have to be made during the arrest. It can be at any time the detainee is in custody, including during the interview stage. Also, it's important that individuals who are not required to give a sample under Section 63B, but who voluntarily admit drug use, be encouraged to engage with a drugs worker in custody and provided with relevant contact information of local drug treatment services. The decision to authorise a sample for a non-trigger offence must be referred to by a police officer of the rank of inspector or above. Whether the test is authorised, the rationale must be recorded on the DT4 and the custody record. Once a decision has been made that the detainee will be drug tested, a DT1 form will be completed by a custody sergeant. Then the custody detention officer is responsible for conducting the drug test. Any negative, positive, or refused response will be documented on the DT2. Following a positive test, a police custody sergeant can then serve an RA1 to the detainee, outlining a date, time, and venue for them to attend their initial assessment with the service provider, and give an oral warning of the consequences of failing to attend or remain for the assessment duration. It should be recorded on the custody record that this verbal warning has been given, by whom, and the time and date. This is a mandatory process. This form must be signed by both the sergeant and the detainee. Drug testing upon charge can be carried out on those aged 14 years and above if it's suspected that specified Class A drug misuse by the individual caused or contributed to the offence. Young people should not be tested without the presence of an appropriate adult. With your help, we can instigate great change and help provide treatment and recovery to individuals who might be heading toward a different path. Early intervention is key. Recognise and respond.